I flinched for the umpteenth time now. Since removing the bandage wrapped around my waist, carefully peeling off the thin white cloth before discarding it with the fallen others. I'll clean them up later. It has been an hour since the ponies departed to gather their equipment for the hike to the danger. Must be close now. Taking one slow step after another, I felt satisfaction that I wasn't suffering any worse aching from discarding the bandages. But I couldn't let this aching pain slow me down. During my path to the dragons. Okay, one step after another. A quick walk around the room. Yep, good to go. I inspected my body. No signs of injury. Twilight wasn't kidding when she claimed to have removed any trace of physical harm on me. I did tell her I wasn't coming with them, but I didn't say I wasn't coming at all. The potential threat that was the giant killer dragon was, I'm certain, minimal compared to the threat that was previously Nightmare Moon, but a threat nonetheless. Those ponies might require backup in case they got themselves into a dangerous standoff with the beast, whether they like it or not. A knock on my door immediately caused my body to stiffen, calling out bluntly, "Yes?" "Just letting you know, me and the girls are going to the mountain now." The voice of the purple mare spoke, called from the other side. "We won't be gone long." I swear there was an added mutter of hopefully. "Have fun," I replied briskly, waiting calmly as the footsteps of twilight became distant, before throwing my dark blue cape back on. Quietly opening my door and exiting the room, making sure not to make any creaks on my way downstairs. I always had a talent of stealth, and I will use such skills to follow the group of mares to the deadly creature. Of course, I won't be alerting them to my presence the whole time, in case they didn't need any help at it. Hearing the entrance to the library shut, I quickly scanned the main area with from the stairs before descending into the room, heading straight to the window for observation. Twilight was looking at some maps. Fluttershy is trying to get out of going with the group. They're now departing in a hurry. Alright then, time to move out. Exiting the treehouse, I made sure the door was locked behind me before turning, finding myself glaring at the distant mountain. They and I were going to. I may be injured, and I think Twilight mentioned something earlier about a few cracked ribs. But she also said the pain of such was nullified. But these were minimal compared to the shattered emotion that was my pride. And I'm going to regain that pride by either facing the dragon in talks or combat if need be. I was afraid of that infant Ursa, true, but that fear made me forget about something very vital, which I can use to my every advantage. No one dies in this world. Of old age, otherwise? Maybe. But not by murder or accidents. If I can use this world's logic and laws of physics to my advantage, that dragon will be either persuaded or scared away. The plan was simple. Just be there for the main six, while staying out of sight until something turns ugly. And something usually does in stories like this. Stardust? Damn it. I winced in annoyance as Spike, holding a white bunny I had identified as Fluttershy's cat, approached towards me, confusion on his features. "What are you doing?" I find myself biting back my own tongue. I think I already gave away my own intentions away by just staring determinedly at the mountain. Or if I'm lucky enough, maybe I'll even believe I'm simply paying for Twilight and the others' safety. You're not thinking of going with them, are you? Or maybe not. I continued to say nothing as concerned expressions on Spike's face then slowly morphed to panicking. But you're still hurt. You can't possibly confront the dragon like this. Why not? I deal with one every day, don't I? I chuckled as the lizard was unimpressed. First, you nearly got killed by the Ursa Minor. Now you're going to face off against something 10 times more deadly. Spike, along with the rabbit in his arms, shook their head. Why would you do this? The question of why. The one word I've had a lifetime finding it difficult to provide answers to. But I'm getting off track here. Hey, since my arrival into this damn world, I've only fought an infant bear, a dangerous hill of rock, an inf- I've only fought an infant bear, an infant for Christ's sake. Twilight and the others may need some reinforcement. With that, I looked at the dangerous hill of rock, speaking with as much determination in my tone as last night. I may suffer the consequences for my actions today, like I did last night. Perhaps worse this time. But that means little to me. I'm going, regardless of who says otherwise. Goodbye, Spike. I only took 4 steps before the dragon called out, Wait! There's something I want to know first, in case you don't make it back. I mean, I'm completely sure you will, but get on with it, Spike, I snapped, without looking back. I heard a deep inhale before he spoke again, sounding hesitant for whatever reason. You say you're from another world, and you don't seem all that caring for anything else other than me, Twilight, Rarity, and the rest. So then, last night, why did you do it? Fight the Ursa Minor? I believe you know why. No, I mean, why did you get in the way of the Ursa's attack? Why did you save Trixie's life like that, without a moment's hesitation? I mean, it was a good, noble thing of you to do, but I thought you didn't like her. That single, genuine-sounding question had me raise my brow before glancing over my shoulder at the perplexed crowd. It was serious. I really needed to explain to him why I saved another life. I have a soul spike, something which Equestria and its inhabitants questionably lack. And I don't mean that in a harsh way, I finished speaking, while after walking after the running ponies. A boastful, arrogant mare she may have been, but Trixie doesn't deserve a fate like that. I did what I had to do, nothing more, nothing less. Ow, ow, ow. The repetitive pain coursing through me caused a grimace with every slow step. I took trekking up the mountain, thankful at least that hooves weren't as slippery as human feet, as I was somehow climbing up the rocky terrain. A distance away, there, where the far up others couldn't see me in plain sight. I had to wait a long moment when Yellow Pegasus took her sweet time following her friends. Having decided to take that moment to relax my aching bones after the long walk. I often walked a lot, but not in the expense of pain. Well, I can't go back while I'm all the way out here. On the off chance Twilight's plan won't work, which it inevitably won't anyhow, they might require backup from the shadows. I'll stay out of plain sight, hence why I'm climbing up. Painfully, I might add. On another part of the terrain, a distance away from the determined ponies, while I admire Twilight's dedication to negotiable possibilities, the girl can be quite narrow-minded sometimes, not seeing the bigger picture and what-if scenarios. Again, why doesn't Celestia just handle this problem? Oh, Fluttershy fell back down to the bottom. I shook my head, but not at the fear of Fluttershy. That was completely understandable. yet slightly confusing considering how facing Nightmare Moon was considerably worse than confronting a dragon. But I was shaking my head, how the poor mare was obviously being forced into this mission of theirs. And what's this? Applejack's going down to provide Fluttershy with some words of encouragement? No. She's instead dragging the still Pegasus by the tail. How that isn't painful, I'll inquire another time. And I was thankful for the number of bushes and rocks, mostly obscuring me from the climbing pony's view. But it appears Applejack is guiding the frightened Fluttershy around the mountain. Wait a minute. Idea! Releasing a string of quiet profanities after the aching, my body was finally relieved to be on balanced ground again. As I slowly followed the two mares, evidently using another way to climb the rocky hill. I don't know what's worse. The continuous pain running through me after Noah's arrest or Pinkie Pie's wonderful singing. But the Earth Pony's terrible lyricism, and obnoxious hopping from edge to edge as I observed from around the corner of the path, seemed to work as Fluttershy, with the assistance of her friend, was pulled across and continued walking on with exasperated five. I wonder if any of them will eventually snap at the mare for her cowardice. Now that they're gone from sight, walking around the train, I slowly walked from my spot, prepared to use a small jump across the tiny gap, and releasing a loud groan as the hop was enough to make me lie on the ground as soon as I landed. Damn it, even a little jump hurts. I'll have to be extra careful. If I face that deadly lizard within the mountain, I'm not even sure how long my body will last without a moment's rest, as I can't let those mares out of my sight for too long. Standing back up again, wincing at the sharp stabbing feeling in my back, my teeth gritted to prevent unleashing more curses. But internally, I was damning Spectre to hell. To say that was cutting it close was a massive understatement. It's a good thing I was far away from the ponies. Otherwise, that small avalanche might have been the end of me. Luckily, none of the falling rocks were anywhere near me when Fluttershy screamed in despair. But now my features were expressing both amusement and annoyance at the temporary situation. Waiting patiently for the six mares to climb over the small hill caused by the avalanche, at least this was an excuse for me to take a rest. And a sigh of relief escaped me as I lied down on my stomach carefully, allowing the pain to continue its mission to fade away. I'll need all the energy I have if I was to face that dragon. Hopefully I won't have to, but that gut feeling informed me that won't be the case. Not that I don't believe they are capable of beating the beast on their own, but if I can at least do something to prevent any major harm on any of them, then that'll just be as well. The plan right now was to sit back as Twilight and the others confronted the beast, hiding and analyzing the area. See if anything can be used to my advantage in case the mares need help. If the dragon was sleeping inside the mountain, I could use those sharp rocks you see in every show, dangling on the ceiling, if there were any. Or I could disable its flying capabilities by landing a boulder on its wings, if it had any. Speaking of wings, I haven't pondered it until now, but do dragons have to reach a certain age before they develop wings? A certain smiling baby lizard popped up in my mind. Spike has no wings, or were there just a type of wingless dragons in this world too? Oh, they've already made it over the small hill. I'll wait a few minutes before falling. Standing up again after those minutes were up, my body ached, but fortunately not as much as it was previous. That's an improvement. So from the sound of things right above the rocky staircase I hid myself on, the entrance to where the dragon rested was right on that floor. Eavesdropping can do wonders, often leading to grave misunderstandings or benefits. So far, what I'm gathering right now is above me, Twilight and the rest were trying to convince a terrified Fluttershy to come with them into the cave to persuade the giant beast to leave and sweep elsewhere, but to no avail. And during their conversation, Fluttershy admitted why she was brave enough to face Nightmare Moon, not a dragon. Well, at least she had an excuse. From my standing on the rocky stairs, I gave a pitying look at Finnair as the 5 mares eventually failed in persuading their Pegasus. Boy, no pressure on her. Geez, if I didn't know any better, I'd almost call them inconsiderate of others' feelings. And that's coming from me. At least when I heard Twilight explain the plan to the others, I may not have to engage the dragon in either talks or combat anyway. Stardust? My eyes widened in surprise as my head immediately turned to see, at the top of the stairs, Fluttershy, looking at me with a shock of her own. In the midst of my thoughts, I mustn't have heard her footsteps. Shame, really. I was impressed by how I was keeping up the stealth and managed to make it all the way here without submitting to the pain. Hey, Fluttershy. I greeted her plainly as the yellow Pegasus walked down. Her expression then changing to that of concern when I grimaced at the aching. Yeah, I've been doing that a lot, even when I'm just standing. Are you alright? Oh, still recovering from last night. Nothing special. What are you doing here? I thought you were staying behind while you girls have all the fun? I finished the question jokingly, chuckling as she blinked. I simply followed you all, in case you required backup if things got too intense. If I'm lucky, that might not be the case, I admitted to her. No point in stalling for lies now. Oh? That's it? I raised a bemused brow. Nothing to say, no lectures? Because that's the last thing I need right now, I'll tell you what. I felt some satisfaction from lifting a small smile on her features. My front hoof rubbed my side as an attempt of easing the pain. So, sounds to me you don't want to face that dragon. The Pegasus then looked away at the stage, appearing ashamed. What? Did she make a mistake for an accusation? Well, I, I can't face. You don't need to explain it to me. I cut her off gently, using that soft tone I used the last time we spoke. Nor do you have any reason to feel shame for your fear. I understand what you're going through right now. Fluttershy turned back to me, with an expression of surprise again. You do? I smirked humorously. What did you think I felt when I faced that Ursa Minor the other night? But you got into a fight with him anyway, Fluttershy pointed out lightly, some confusion in her quiet tone. How best to explain this? Ah, Fluttershy, I began softly, using a tone of voice rarely reserved for either soft-hearted people or my little sister. What do you think courage is? Well, it's facing something bravely, Yellow Pegasus replied, clearly uncertain with an answer. Close, I said gently, restraining the urge to reach out and place a hoof on her shoulder. So far, I'm glad our voices weren't being overheard by the others, who sounded as though they were desperately attempting and failing to appease the giant dragon and get him to leave. Maybe I'll have a crack at it after I'm done with this. True courage isn't about facing something and overcoming it. There's more to it than that, my dear. Oh, what is it then? Fluttershy sounded genuinely intrigued. I took a deep breath, leaning against the rocky wall for a moment to regain my breath. True courage is facing something while you still fear it, fighting to protect those you cherish, even if fear is coursing through your body. That is the true meaning behind bravery. Carefully pushing back from the wall, I smiled slightly at Yellow Pegasus, who was evidently taking my words in. You don't have to face that dragon if you don't want to. I'll confront that beast should things get unpleasant. Then there was protesting. But you're still hurt. Fluttershy, I interrupted again. this time more firmly while raising her hoof. What happens to me doesn't matter. The safety of you and the girls is far more important than my own. Just do me one simple favor, and don't get in my way. Can you do that, as one friend to another? I requested gently, hoping Miss Mare understands what I'm saying. Just as she was about to reply, probably to object to my words some more, no doubt thinking them as a horrible thing to say, the loud voice of another Pegasus interjected. All right, that's it. We both looked up as the voice continued with finality in its tone. We've tried persuasion, charm, whatever it is Pinkie Pie does. It's time to stop wasting time. I'm going in. She's obviously serious. Oh, this I have to see, I said quietly before walking out with a nervous Fluttershy, peeking over the top of the staircase to the area above. Rainbow, no! Violet called out in futile protest. And despite the fact of the Blue Pegasus being my least favorite of the bunch, it didn't mean I wanted to see her get harmed. A loud roar, mightier and more deadly than the one I kept hearing from the bear last night, caused Fluttershy to stiffen behind me and all hair on my body to stand on end. The dragon quickly defeated Rainbow Dash flew out of the cave and knocked down the others, who quickly recovered as another roar came out of the large cave. I heard the yellow Pegasus gasp as the gigantic awakened dragon finally emerged from its sleeping phase. Oh, and even though we're all in impracticable danger, I felt rather glad that they at least made the killer reptile look like a credit to its species. Colored in red all over with the exception of the front yellow belly, red scales, and yellow deadly eyes. I felt my hooves grasping the edge, tighten as we saw the ponies quickly get beaten by a cloud of furious black smoke, somehow knocking them into a nearby rock at the impact shattering the thing. Fluttershy squealed for our friends, then alerted the beast to our presence, as yellow, dangerous eyes slowly turned to us. So much for discretion. I'll glare at the mayor for it later. Fluttershy! I whispered to the stunned Pegasus behind me, as the creature slowly advanced toward us. Aid the others, I have an idea. A very stupid idea, but an idea nonetheless. What? Stardust! No! Fluttershy called out weakly as I revealed myself from the staircase, fully standing defiantly against the leering beast, despite my limbs shaking a little in fear. Not for the fear of death or becoming dragon, but the fear of never seeing my family again. And I find myself asking for the third time, why wasn't Celestia taking care of this? Stardust, what are you doing here? The shocked Twilight called out, but I ignored the dazed ponies and set my gaze on the beast, slowly walking sideways to keep the thing distracted enough for Fluttershy to reach her friends. You! Yes, you, I called out to an irritated dragon who seemed intelligent enough to comprehend words. Your resting is causing a disturbance to the nearby village. Might I suggest with the greatest respect that you saw it off? Yes, I know that was the wrong thing to say. As apparent when I heard the gasp of Fluttershy while she flew to the damaged bed. But whatever it takes to keep the reptiles focused only on me. The dragon growled in evident frustration, no doubt wishing it could sleep in peace. I understand of your need to rest, my friend. I know what it's like to be constantly disturbed from your slumber by annoying females. You should meet my mother sometime. Then that'd be a competition of who can frighten me the most. But my words seemed to be taking effect, as the dragon had stopped leering at me and was now regarding his confronter wearily. Good. I continued with more persuasion was put into my tone. You are evidently an intelligent, understandable dragon. Therefore, you must comprehend that your sleeping in the mountain is doing harm to innocent, smaller, fragile creatures. I kindly ask of you, as one living species to another, to so please finding a resting spot elsewhere, lest you cause more suffering to the weak and helpless. I concluded with a respectful bow, wincing at the continuous aching, as my brain screamed in protest for lowering my defenses as such. If this doesn't work, I'll have to resort to combat, even if I can only put up a little. Yet I don't see any black harmful smoke ready to throw me off the cliff. Slowly I nodded, looked upwards, trying to maintain my composure, as the beast was literally stroking his shrine contemplatively, as if my words were something of his time to think about. This might actually work. Oh, come on. He doesn't actually think that will work, does he? The dragon is too stupid to understand anything. I freaking hate Rainbow Dash. The giant reared its head back at the insult, turning back to the recovering ponies and releasing a roar of rage. I don't blame it, but instead of expressing indignation, I felt nothing but panic and terror as the beast advanced on the scared others, ready to shoot more black smoke from its mouth and nostrils. And just imagining the outcome, I felt my eyes narrow and features harden. This time, fully ignoring the screaming, protesting pain in my body, as I quickly moved, running up the cold skin of the beast and jumping off the back. Front right left clenched and reared back as the dragon turned to the foolish attacker. Slam! But I didn't stop there. Quickly grabbing the other side of its nostrils after punching the surprised deadly predator directly in the face, I delivered a clean roundhouse kick to the other cheekbone, concluding with the last opportunity to uppercut the face as I fell downwards. I grinned when I landed on all fours, despite the heavy wobbling of my legs from the pain I suffered, refusing my tired, aching body for such attacks. As the giant, dangerous reptile recoiled its head back in disbelief and anger, returning to that deadly leer towards the bold stallion standing feet away from the rest. So much for persuasion. What in tarnation was that? I heard the sharp voice of Applejack, feeling all eyes on me. I'll be wondering that myself after this is all over, my dear. That was so incredibly awesome. Did you see that? He called out, more excited than frightened of all things. Twilight, did you know he could do that? Rarity inquired, surprise evident in her tone. I I didn't. First the Ursa Minor, now this, the stunned unicorn answered. We're even now, Rainbow Dash, I called out, my deep panting, referring to the fact she saved my life the other night. What the? Why am I seeing black covering the size of my vision? The dragon hasn't even attacked yet. Stardust! Numerous voices called out as I suddenly felt a blunt pain to my left side, throwing me across the area and landing in a rolling heap, my entire body making a symphony of agony at the swipe from the dragon, while I was distracted by myself. I didn't dodge. Piccolo would be disappointed. Letting out a string of curses in the midst of my groaning, I felt the ground beneath me shake, indicating the unfinished dragon was approaching. Great. As it took all my energy to stand back up, my body and brain demanding I lay back down to rest, I felt natural fear as the giant reptile looked down upon me, ready to finish off the prey who dared assault me. So, this was the end, huh? Oh wait, I almost forgot. This world won't let me die. How dare you? What? My exhausted head struggled to stay upright at the sudden appearance of Fluttershy, who continued berating the dragon to my genuine shock. How dare you? Whoa! I blinked rapidly at the sudden boldness the yellow Pegasus was now showing to the taken back beast, as the small mare landed on its nose. Listen here, mister. Just because you're big doesn't mean you get to be a bully. Suddenly, the brief memory of me defending Fluttershy during that Griffin fiasco sprung to mind. I couldn't resist the small smile on my face. She must have heeded my words. You may have huge teeth and sharp scales, and snore smoke and breathe fire, but you do not, I repeat, you do not hurt my friend. A round of applause for your favorite Pegasus, ladies and gentlemen. I felt a chuckle escape my battered body as I grinned in approval. So this must be that secret. Gratefully she rarely displays. You got that, well? The giant killer dragon pouted. Yes, pouted. Before it spoke. But the rainbow one and the golden one hit me. Oh, bull. That was my final thought before my body couldn't handle the pain anymore. It submitted to the blissful embrace of unconsciousness. Blackness. 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 Nothing but blackness after the dream was concluded. Barely remembering any of it. Should up soon? A voice? Sounded very familiar to me. As I returned to the realm of reality, multiple stabs of pain struck on all sides, causing my restful features to twist in displeasure. Lovely. Waking up to a world of pain. Literally. You know what's worse? That pesky sunlight assaulted my eyes again, since I've been in Equestria. Equestria. Ah, yes. My eyes quickly adjusted to the bright light. Wait, wasn't there smoke covering the skies earlier? In my tired state, my mind quickly reached the idea the matter has been resolved with already. But what happened? Oh, I couldn't handle the pain any longer. So I collapsed into unconsciousness. Wonderful. My eyes carefully peeled up. If I'm in pain, that means I haven't become Jaggernaut, which also means... I wonder. While he's in this state after he wakes up, I can tell you his messy excuse for being without any protest. A certain white unicorn said from one end of the new bed I realized I was in. This wasn't my room either, and I'm surrounded by all 6 ponies whose attention wasn't on me for a moment. You'll have to wait for a moment, then, Rarity, because as soon as he wakes up, I'm going to beat the living applesauce out of him. Wow, violent much, my fellow pony friend. I'll be sure to never wake up again. I managed to force out hoarsely, getting everyone's attention and instantly regretting it due to some screams of joy. But thankfully, Applejack quickly acted and prevented the ecstatic Pinkie Pie from attempting to glop me. My eyes looked from their happy and moving faces to the room itself. Color and equipment tells me this was a hospital room. Ah, great. Stardust! You're awake, quiet, gentle voice stated. Astonishing perception, Fluttershy. I managed to smirk amidst the pain while the Pegasus looked away abashed. How do you feel, darling? Rarity inquired gently. I've been better, I answered truthfully. The fact I'm taking all this pain so well is both mysterious and quite disturbing. Well, it's about time you woke up, Rainbow Dash exclaimed dramatically, throwing her arms up. Do you have any idea how worried we all were for you? You shouldn't have been, I pointed out automatically before wincing when attempting to sit up. Ow, ow, okay, not a great idea right now. Take it easy now, you're still severely injured. The calm, concerned voice of Twilight said, and my eyes rolled to the right as at the purple nearby unicorn in question, smiling at me in relief. I'm so glad you're all right. And for some reason, those simple words were enough to ease the pain a little. As I smiled slightly back in gratitude, I then turned back to all the observing ponies. What happened? Applejack obviously got the meaning. Well, after you fell down, Sugar Cube, Fluttershy managed to get the dragon to leave the mountain. It was the bravest thing I have ever seen her do. She inclined to the bashful Pegasus, who was currently avoiding the approaching looks of the others. Heck yeah, the bloomer added. She made the giant thing bawl like a big baby. It was awesome to watch. Did my exhausted mind hear her correctly? It's true, Rarity confirmed upon seeing my doubtful expression. The dragon shed quite a number of tears after being lectured by our brave friend here. Well, not even I had the gall to do such things. Today, Fluttershy became the most fearless of us all. Yep, it was super duperly, incredibly, wonderfully awesome. Of course, Pinkie Pie would add in her 2 cents. Oh, I know, we should throw a party just to celebrate Fluttershy for standing up to that horrible dragon. But my attention remained fixed on the little Pegasus, who still wasn't looking at any of us. But when glancing at my stare, she swallowed her embarrassment and finally spoke. I I only did what I had to protect my friends. I just couldn't stand by and watch you all get eaten. And we appreciate that, Fluttershy. We really do. Twilight said kindly. The small smile on her face grew. But really, it's all thanks to you, Stardust, for giving me that advice at the mountain. I shrugged, immediately regretting such upon flinching in pain. Oh, I just noticed now I was wearing casts. Wonderful. But no reason to ruin the moment now. Tearing my eyes from the weight bandages, I simply said, I didn't do anything. That's not true. The disagreeing yellow-striped Pegasus shook her head, pointing at me. You said to me that true bravery is standing up to someone even when you're still afraid. Well, I was afraid, but you made me realize it was okay to be scared and still stand up against anyone who wants to hurt your friends. So thank you, Stardust. I mean it. For one of those times, I found myself speechless. Fluttershy would have bravely defied the dragon anyway, but the fact she was insinuating I had been a source of encouragement for her against the killer beast filled me with a sense of accomplishment and pride. You know what? Who cares if I lost to that dragon? Who cares if I contributed little to nothing during the competition? Who cares if my own attempts failed? This felt like a victory for me more than anything else at the moment. If you girls don't mind, I'd like to be on my own for a while. There are some things I need to dwell upon. Like how and where that inexplicable strength used first against the griffin, then the Ursa Minor, and then the dragon came from, for starters. Of course, Freddy nodded. Come along then, girls. Stardust needs his rest. It has been an eventful day, after all. Agreed. Applejack also nodded, before suddenly raising a phone growling. But don't think you won't be hearing the end of this from me, sugar. No doubt we're referencing to my reckless behavior earlier. I look forward to it, I said calmly, as the orange pony scoffed lightly before looking at the leaping yellow Pegasus. Fluttershy, I called out quickly, as the others were headed to the far door. As she glanced to me in question, calling a feeling, this just needs to be said. I'm proud of you for today. Thank you for saving my life, was all that was said. Nodding at her, then dismissively restraining the pride to show on my features, as the shy Fluttershy walked out with a bright smile on her face. Feeling one remaining preference after the others left, I sighed. Well, may as well get this over with. And then there were two, I pointed out lightly, turning to the nearby Twilight, my smile dropping instantly at the frown on her face. You could have gotten yourself killed. I know. You followed us even though you're still recovering from your injuries. Indeed. You tried to fight the dragon despite your injuries, correct? And yet, even when now you are in the hospital, you still take all this lightly. Let's just say I view matters entirely different than others. I shrugged, despite learning I shouldn't do so in this state the hard way again. Twilight then looked down and shook her head in evident disbelief. You are such a surreal pony. Nothing new there, I assure you. Just what were you thinking? I blinked at the sudden change of tone. Okay, I wasn't anticipating this. Do you have any idea how worried we were? How I was when you recklessly threw yourself at the dragon and almost got turned yourself into dragon food? Never have I met a pony so foolish. Not even Rainbow Dash, despite her actions today, actually got impulsive. I frowned. You think I'll be taking all this in without any kind of fire on my part? As if. I only follow you all in case of backup, should your negotiation tactic not work. And look and behold, it didn't work. Two can play this game. You attacked the dragon, though I can prove over your attempt to get the dragon to see a reason beforehand. Without a single concern for yourself. How reckless are you? Only when it's necessary. There is nothing necessary about that. What would you rather I have done? Allow you to become the dragon's next meal? We were handling the situation just fine. Clearly. As seen when you were all blasted into a rock, stunned and prepared to be a reptile's next cuisine. Even so, what you did today was probably the most foolish thing I've ever seen you do. Saving your life? You know, in the midst of my own frustrations, I'm beginning to enjoy this. I rather like this tempered side of Twilight. That's two secret sides of two ponies I've witnessed today. You're welcome, by the way. For what? Getting yourself seriously hurt? With the fact that stalled the dragon from finishing you all off? Yes? No. Do you have no concern for your own life whatsoever? No, because I don't give a damn what happens to me. The purple unicorn's mouth fell open, obviously shocked by my outburst, and I felt just as surprised. That wasn't supposed to come out. My brain quickly resorted to making me take deep breaths for calmness, as I and Twilight were busy staring at one another with no idea what to say. For once, I was grateful to be intruded by someone, as a clear throat caught our attention. Excuse me for interrupting, the obvious Dr. Pony said, looking sincerely embarrassed for some reason. But I must request for you to leave for the moment, Miss Markle, while I check on my patient. A long pause before the mayor said quietly, "Of course. I hope you get better soon." Oh, seriously? Twilight, I called out, but it was futile, and she left the room without looking back. Evidently upset. Well done, Starburst. Well, really freaking done. You made one pony leave the room happy, and another saddened. You deserve your medal. Medal for equally balancing out. Yeah, that was my special talent. Huh. Never thought of it that way. So then, Mr. Balance, the male equine brought me out of my thoughts, smiling at me while approaching as though as an inspector. I am Dr. I could care less. Cut the patriotism talk and just get on. I fiercely cut him off with no regret. Instead, feeling guilt I shouldn't be feeling for that second arm unit I've had to put uniform yet. Remember, not a single spot goes unclean, I said to the hard worker. Colt's quite pleased with the effort they were putting into. I want this tree fully polished before the day is done. Yes, sir, they chorused obediently, glad them to be serving their extraterrestrial master. Well, not that I think of them as my new servants. Perish the thought. But I can't lie and state I'm not taking some enjoyment out of this as soon as I was able to move about again. After the last few days trapped in St. Boar Hospital, my immediate mission was to deliver the full course of punishment on the two colts for the Ursa fiasco. This time they were being punished with me gaining their parents' permission. If they do well, maybe I'll bake some brownies as rewards for their efforts. I'll have a little big brownies anyway, just for the sake of it. I missed doing such for the last 5 years, and quite frankly, I always enjoyed it. Not even this cast on my front left limb, supported by a cane, will stop me. You sure you should be walking around like this? Spike asked in concern next to me as I observed Snip and Snail cleaning the wood outside the house. I shrugged indifferently. One damaged leg and a few broken limbs won't stop me. I'll be fine. If you say so, he replied, obviously unconvinced. But I don't know if Twilight will believe that. No, I imagine she wouldn't. I'll handle whatever exaggerate worries she throws at me. I don't think she exaggerates about worrying for her friend. The scene at the hospital replayed in my mind, causing us to snort. Oh, I don't know about that. Fortunately, no such reenactments occurred during my return to the library. Fortunately, Colin the Light has been giving me nothing but the silent treatment upon my return. At least that's what I assume she's doing. Yes, apparently our petty argument days ago rewarded me with nothing but her silence. Only nods of acknowledgement that have been ignoring me ever since my discharge from the hospital. Does this bother me? Not in the slightest. Did something happen between you two? Ever since you came back, she hasn't even said a word to you. Spike then inquired. As her hesitantly as though it was a sore subject to me. I cocked my head. Trivial spat back in the hospital when I woke up. She'll get over it, I'm sure. Give it a few days at most. If I didn't know any better, punishing Snips and Tails, and she's already done that, would look like you're just spiting her. I scoffed humorously. Sport? What? Never. End of chapter 7.